Veterans exposed to toxins during their service may not be aware of the benefits available to them after the passage of the PACT Act. Our Emily Slater went to the Lafayette Veterans Clinic to learn more about toxin exposure and the PACT Act. Here's part one of her special report.
There are tens of thousands of veterans right here in Indiana who have been impacted by toxin exposure during their service. John Bennett is one of those veterans. He arrived in Vietnam on Thanksgiving Day, 1968.
That was beyond me, but that's what I was in the Army, all the way through boot camp on up. You're from Indiana, you're a euchre player.
When John was in Vietnam, he was exposed to toxic burn pits. Pits to burn waste were used by the U.S. military during the Vietnam War and more recent conflicts in Iraq and Afghanistan. The burn pits John was exposed to were burning human waste.
The burn pits, the stool stuff you poured kerosene on, or not, excuse me, it was diesel fuel, and then you burn it, and then you had to stir it, of course, in the black smoke and everything else, but we never connected. I never thought nothing about it, just you got put in that job, and there you go. Never thought nothing about it. And then come home, and then years later, they, come up with all this stuff, but we had not an idea.
Dave Miner served in Vietnam at Da Nang Air Force Base. Veterans groups report nearly 11 million liters of Agent Orange came through the base. The area around the base was sprayed heavily with the chemical.
So not only was I exposed, I actually was sitting on the stupid barrels. They were on the ground. I just was kind of sitting on them. And I'm sitting on and leaning on this deadly Agent Orange. So it might have got on me, for all I know.
Dave has diagnosed Agent Orange poisoning. He told Star City News he has many health issues as a direct result of the toxic exposure he experienced in Vietnam.
The Agent Orange doctor told me when I saw her quite a few years ago, she says, it's going to kill you, Dave. I want you to understand that. It's going to kill you. But we don't know how it's going to kill you. Well, didn't kill me with the heart. It didn't get me with the lung. So I never know.
Dave and John now both receive benefits from the VA for complications from their toxin exposure thanks to the PACT Act. The Lafayette VA Clinic will host a toxin screening and benefits fair for other veterans this Saturday from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Emily Slater, Star City News, Lafayette.